All right, time to do a summer shred. What does that mean for those understanding what a shred is? Shred is, I am going to try to get myself down to about 10% body fat. That's always been kind of my goal of where I want to get down to. And I'm going to give that a whirl. So the last 10 weeks I've been working on nutrition and lifting to try to gain weight. And I have gained some weight, and I think I've gained weight in some of the great places. So I've gone through that kind of a cycle with my body. I'm going to try to now basically try to get my body down to lean point of where I want it. And then I'm going to try to just gradually inch my way up bit by bit with just a very, very small surplus in calories to see if I can grow my body a little bit by little bit. So this is going to be an interesting one. I'm going to do this a little bit different than the last time I did like a 6-week trying to lose weight, and I lost, I don't know, I think about a pound a week is what I went through. So this one I'm doing my calories a little bit higher. So last time I was at 1,800 calories. This time I'm at 1,900, and I'm going to show you kind of what a day of eating looks like for 1,900 calories, because it's still a fair bit of food, and I'm trying to pack in things like salads and stuff like that to keep my stomach full so I'm not feeling hungry going through this. The other thing that I'm changing up is I'm not going to be doing cardio this time around like I did last time. I'm trying a technique that I've heard from others around continuing even on those days that you're doing exercise. I'm likely going to do some circuit training. I did some tonight. That's only about 30 minutes, so I can work on my core, I can work on a few different things that I don't usually work on during my regular heavy lifting. So I'll be basically exercising 6 days a week with 1 day off. So it's going to be interesting working that in there, but no cardio. I used to do a lot on the elliptical when I was trying to lose weight, but now I'm going to focus mostly on body weights and things like that on those evenings instead of the elliptical. So that's the goal that I'm going to go through. I'm going to take you guys through what 1,900 calories look like for a day of eating for me, give you kind of a better idea what that all entails. And here we go. We're going to see if I can get myself down to 10% body fat. It will be an interesting struggle. Everything that I've read and seen, for once you start dropping below 10, you start getting some mental changes as well that comes along with trying to get down below that. So I want to trying to see if I can get to that 10, see what my physique looks like there, and then see if I can gradually kind of work on a little bit of muscle from that point. So we'll see, hopefully say goodbye to the waistline as it sits and get it down a little bit slimmer, and we'll see how this all works out. But let's take a look at what it looks like for eating for a day for 1,900 calories. Good morning, everyone. Just rolled out of bed. This morning is actually going to be a pretty fun morning. I get to go across the city and pick up my car. Got new air suspension in it, so really excited to be able to get that, feeding that passion for cars. But as I said, we'll take a look and get started on what my 1,900 calories a day eating looks like. So to start off with, got breakfast here, and we'll take a look at what we're going to have for breakfast. So not a huge breakfast by any means. We've got protein shake to get some protein in the morning. I've got a granola bar, so this is a whole rolled oats bar along with some yogurt, a square of 70% dark Lindt chocolate, and then I've got my creatine. So that's what consists of breakfast in the morning. So I'm not usually a big breakfast eater, but this is actually kind of good. It's a snack, gets me going. The protein shake and stuff kind of fills up your stomach, so you're not feeling that hungry, and usually gets me through to lunch with no issue at all. Yeah, so that's breakfast. So I'm gonna get to eating it, and then I'll show you guys what lunch is about. And lunchtime. As you can see, a little bit less hair since breakfast decided to buzz it off this morning. So now we're ready to have some lunch. Lunch again, I usually try to do the same lunch most days. I like it, it tastes good, and it fits my meal plan, so that's all good. So let's take a look here at what we have cooking. So lunch is essentially a half a plate of, it's basically a spring mix salad with I usually do 4 grape tomatoes, and I use some ranch calorie-wise dressing. I tried their fat-free one, it just had no taste, so calorie-wise it is. Then I have about 6 egg whites, which is essentially half of one of these containers. And on that, sauteed celery and some sweet onions. So that, usually we'll pack that up if I'm going to work as well. So I'll just throw that in a Tupperware dish and then heat it up when I get to work. And then I'll throw all the salad dressing and all into a sandwich bag so that I can mix up the salad and dump into the bowl when I'm done and have that. And also got 5 Breton crackers and my probiotic. So along with that, I have my half a glass of milk. If I am at work, I will usually just drink that half a glass of milk in the morning just because I'm not trying to keep milk at work. And that is essentially what lunch looks like. So gobble it down. It's still a good amount of food. You can see it's like a full plate full of food there. It usually keeps me fairly satisfied during the day. I'll drink some water along too, just so that I don't feel hungry. And then I have a mid-afternoon snack that I will show you coming up next. Snack time. So mid to late afternoon, usually we have a snack. It's usually about the time where I'm starting to feel pretty hungry. And for that, I usually just have something little. So here I've got, usually it's a hard-boiled egg and a little square of chocolate that kind of gets me by and feeds my sweet tooth. 2 or 3 days a week, I will actually have a banana as well. So like tonight, I will have the banana because I'm not going to get back until about 9 o'clock to make dinner. So that will help feed there. The other thing that I have every day as well, so whether it's a workout day or not, is I have these BCAAs, so branched chain amino acids. So there's usually 2 scoops of those into a glass of water, or I put it into a water bottle when I'm working out, just to be able to get that into my system. So that's my little supplement treasure trove down there. Yeah, so that's the snack for mid-afternoon. Hopefully that will keep me tied over until later this evening, because it's a double whammy soccer practice. Olivia's got goalie training, and then we've got an hour and a half practice after that. So it should be a later evening before I get the rest of the food in me, and I don't want to feel hungry all day long. So I'll eat that, and then my favorite time is dinner time. So we'll show you that next. All right, time for one of my favorite parts of the day, and that is dinner time. Last time when I was working through trying to remove body fat, I was eating a lot of fish, and well, I don't like fish. I don't like it very much at all. So I was tolerating it and going through. So this time around, I adjusted all of my calories and macronutrients to get the levels of protein, carbs, and fats that I wanted by just adjusting my diet around being able to have a nice big meal in the evening that I actually really enjoy and look forward to. So that is the change that I made this time around. So I'm about 1,900 calories a day, which should put me at about a 400 calorie deficit per day. So that's kind of the goal. And that equates to around a pound a week-ish from a weight loss perspective, if I keep on my regular exercise schedules as I have been doing. So we'll take a look at what's cooking for dinner here. So for dinner, we have, instead of fish, I have my pork here. So I actually pick up, these are called fast fry, they're thin cut pork. And so they fry up in the frying pan in like 5 minutes. I put some seasoning on them, cut them up, and they are delicious. Also have my baked fries here, so my super fries, bake them in the oven for about 20 minutes, and then another half a plate of salad again with some grape tomatoes and some salad dressing. And then I have my other 2 Purple K So that's my creatine supplement for the evening, my half a glass of milk again, and then just catch up in the good old calorie-wise ranch dressing. So that makes for a really nice meal. I look forward to this every day. It is so good. It tastes so good. I look forward to it so much. So there's one last step after this as well. So I get an evening treat, which is my protein smoothie, and I will show that a little bit here first. Well, first I'm gonna gobble up this food, and then I'll show you the smoothie shake. And time for the last little bit of eating for the day, which is kind of protein fruit smoothie mix that I do. So it's a good old blending here of got a protein powder, so a scoop of the protein powder, and then a bunch of frozen berries. So protein powder goes in, and water fills up to about here, about halfway, and then the rest is filled up with frozen berries, all blended in, and you get a nice kind of, smoothie, thick, ice creamy kind of treat for the evening. So that is the last little bit that's got lots of protein in there, and some fruit for some tastiness. And that's it for eating for a day. Then get up tomorrow morning, do the same thing again, keep on tracking the results, and see it all works.